There we go. All right. Now, anytime you run into these type questions, the frequency distribution, you're going to have to find the mean or the median or the mode or, no, I'm sorry, the mean or the standard deviation. The first thing you're going to have to do is find the midpoint, okay, because you can't calculate 61 through 64. Somebody tell me why you cannot calculate 61 through 64. Just common sense. Why can I not put that in an equation or a formula? Because it's more than one number. So you have to find a number that represents 61 through 64. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here, and I don't know if I can add something there. I'm going to call this the lower class limit, the upper class limit, and I'm just doing this for your notes. Okay, you can do this on a spreadsheet if you want to. If you are able to use a spreadsheet, this is the way I would do it. And then I would put right here midpoint, and then here the count, or the head count, or the frequency, whatever they want to call it, which is F. Okay? So you might want to put a little lowercase f, but I think the midpoint is X. I think they call it X in the formula, but we'll pull up the formula in just a minute. So I'm just going to break up this number right here into two numbers. Now the reason I'm doing that is so I can calculate it. I can't calculate with it 61 through 64. I can't calculate with the Excel spreadsheet like that. So I have to go over here and break it up. So I'm just going to do 61, 65, 68, and 70. I don't know why they do this, because there's never a case where you do this. 71, 73, 77. In fact, I've never seen a question where they just have one number for the, I've never seen that. So I may run into a problem here. 64, 67, 69, and 70 stays the same. I'm going to have to refer back to the 72, 76, and 80. Okay. Now, the midpoint, the way that you find the midpoint, and see, that's why I'm confused. I've never seen a question where they've just got one number. The way that you get the midpoint is equal to the lower class limit plus the what? Upper class limit divided by what? Divided by 2. It's just like finding the middle of a median divided by 2. And see, of course, when you do that, you're going to get midpoints for everything except for the 70. And I don't really know what it's going to do there, because you're just going to get 70. Now, if I think this is the question I think it is, you're going to use that number in the calculations. These are the numbers that you're going to use in the form. Go ahead and mark those as dang old per day. And put that in bold and inside. Right, and of course the count, you don't have to do anything there except copy the numbers. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and I have no idea what this question is asking, but I'm going to go back to Google, and I'm on Google because I'm not even going to try to find it in this book, because this book probably don't even have it. And I'm going to pull up the mean and standard deviation. Frequency. There we go. Frequency distribution, and then I'm going to put formula. And then go to images, and that looks right. There's the one. This picture. Yeah. I'm going to take Candies tool. A lot of people hate the word moist. I hate the word snip. All right. So Z. I didn't. Be surprised at how many people. I was watching a TV show the other day. They said, because that's the number one word in my classes when I talk about words that you don't like. Moist is the number one word. People hate that word. I'm like, really? Why? But they do. I hate the word necessary because I never can smell it. I never can spell it. So I can spell Mississippi, but I can't spell necessary. And decision. I hate the word decision. I hate saying trying to spell that word too. But I remember decide, decision. The S comes, but I still want to put the C comes before the S, but I still want to put a S right there where the C goes. Okay, I'll shut up. Anyway, formulas. Anybody got a word they hate? Okay, nobody hates anybody.
I really hate the word moist, like I really do.
Yeah, see, there's usually, in every class, there is somebody that does not like the word moist.
I just don't like it. I don't know.
I don't like the word moist either.
Thank you.
It's, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of, I'm gonna ask some of the psychology teachers, why is it the word moist? It's got, it don't faze me. I don't even care. But I don't like the word, I don't like necessary, and I don't like the other words either. All right, I'll shut up. So I'm going to...
Or cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Oh, come on. Cinnamon's a good, I love that spice. And I done forgot where I'm at. Okay, Excel spreadsheet. Can I bring in a picture? Yes, I can. It's probably going to put it right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I want you to, I'm just going to move it because it's not going to cooperate. I want you to copy the mean down. There it is. X bar is equal to the summation of X over N. And then I want you to write down this one right here. And that's not correct. Copy the mean down. Don't copy the standard deviation down because that's not correct. Copy the mean down. The summation of X over N. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back and try to find the correct one because that's not correct. I don't know where that's coming from. That's not correct. Just give me a second to find the one that I want to find. You have the book do it, but there ain't no way. Okay, I'll just have to go from memory. And hopefully it won't lead me astray. Because, hold on. Okay, I'll have to go from memory. Get rid of this. And what I want you to do is I'm going to go to my whiteboard here. And I'm going to put go ahead and write down the formula for the standard deviation, but right here. But I'm going to put F times X squared minus the summation of f times x quantity squared. Oh, okay. Data not in a frequency table. Okay, that's why. That's why it's not like okay. Forget it. Don't just go ahead and write that down. N times f times x quantity squared summation minus summation of f times x quantity squared. Okay, so I'm going to write them down over here. I'm going to put N is equal to the summation of x over that's not right. I pulled up the wrong ones. Okay, f times x, put an f there too. F times x over n. Okay? I'll explain it in just a minute. I thought I had the right formula and I don't. Oh, right there. I do have the right formula now. And the standard deviation is going to be equal to the square root of n times the summation of f times x squared, and I'm going to put that in brackets, minus the summation of f times x quantity squared over n times minus 1. Okay? This is f times x squared. And this is, now if I'm thinking my memory is correct, this will always give you a positive number because you can't take the square root of what? Okay. Now, we know that f is this right here. Okay? So x is going to be your midpoint. There's x, and there's f. Everybody with me? Now look at the formula. Okay, we've got f right here. That's good. We've got x right here. That's good. We know n. N is the number, all these numbers right here. We'll get that in just a minute. But what's the only one we don't have? We've got n, f. Which is the only one we don't have? Okay, I've got a check beside everything except for the one we don't have. Okay, I've got a check beside n. I've got a check beside f. Got a check beside f. I've got a check beside x. Which one do I not have a check beside? Which is the only variable I don't have a check by. I'm going to fall over this thing and I'm really going to get mad. I don't know why they can't put this thing right here in this dead space right here. Why do they have to put it right beside where the teacher stands? It's a conspiracy. And we all know who's in charge of the conspiracy.
Russians.
Russians, yes. All right, so which variable does not have a check beside it? X squared, good job. So the first thing we're going to add over here to this column is the x squared column. So to your two columns, f, x, which is your midpoint, and your f, and then add a third column called x squared. And go ahead and square f. Go ahead and square the counts. Do that in your calculator. Meanwhile, I'm going to add all these up on the Excel spreadsheet, so we'll have an n. I'm going to take my handy dandy mouse, and we're going to add summation, and y'all check me. That should be 743. And I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you can check your numbers. I need to just get rid of that because that's not right anyway, but it sparked my memory. More hiccup. And you can do in here is breathe. And don't do that too loudly. Actually, there was a CPT teacher that actually, if you yawned more than 3 times, she would throw you out of class. Of course, she got fired, or she didn't get asked. She was adjunct. You can't control people's yawning. Some of these teachers need a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Both. Let's see. We're going to take this number x, and we're going to square it. And it didn't like it. Oh, that's because I didn't put a square. Okay, so there's your 3, and I'm going to go ahead and label this green also because you're going to use it in the calculation, but you're not going to use x squared. You're going to use f times x squared. So the next one is going to be called f times x, and the next one is going to be called f times what? F times x squared, Hubert. Because what do we have in our formula? We have f times x squared, and we have f times x. Do we not? Yes, we do. Thank you, class. All right, so I want you to fill those 2 columns out. Those are my favorite. I have to not buy those at the grocery store. If I had my choices, I could eat a 5-gallon bucket of those things. No carbs. I'll have a heart attack. So, equals this number. Now, you got to be careful because you're going to pick the wrong number. I do it all the time. F times what? Got to be very careful. X. Copy that down. And F times x squared. Don't copy the wrong number. Don't use the wrong number. Now, let's look at the formula again. What do those funky looking E's mean? That means you're going to add those 2 columns up, right? So I'm going to take my handy dandy spreadsheet highlighter. I'm going to highlight those 2 dang old yeller. How you say, ¿cómo se dice yellow en español?
Amarillo.
Huh?
Amarillo.
Okay, I'll just say lemon. I can't even pronounce that. Say it one more time.
Amarillo. Amarillo.
Amarillo.
No.
Like Maria, except with an O.
No.
Amarillo?
No, if you a hick, you pronounce it Amarillo. But
Okay, Amarillo. I know that. Dang old Amarillo. Dang
Yeah.
old George Strait song. Dang old Amarillo. Dang old, I know George Strait. Dang old man. Okay, so now I'm going to add this up, and it's going to be sum and copy that over. Now let's see, what else do we need? Oh, n. We got n. That's not bad. Okay, so this is, okay, so we got, well, we need summation of f times x. We got that. Okay, I think we're good to go. Got n, 743. Well, we can do our formulas. So let's do the mean. So the mean is going to be equal to, somebody tell me what number goes on top. Well, it's going to be one of these two people. Which one is it? Huh?
The one on the left.
The one on the left, the one that says f times x, right? And we're going to divide that by 740 what? 743 right here. And enter. And that's your mean. So your average is going to be around 70 degrees. Isn't that neat? You're able to do that with test grades with no problem. But what if you have a frequency distribution with a bunch of dadgum temperatures? What's the average temperature? About 70 degrees. And you feel good about yourself. So now I want you to do the standard deviation or the variance. What's the difference between the variance and the standard deviation? You take the square root of the variance for the standard deviation, Hubert. That's right. Good. Glad y'all remember me telling y'all that. Y'all suck. SD equals. All right, so do the variance. Don't worry about the square root. Just do the inside right here. You got n. You're going to multiply n times, where is the summation of f times x squared? Somebody tell me where that is. It's on the right, Hubert. Yeah, right there. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try to make it easier for y'all. I'm going to take this yellow marker, and I'm going to highlight that one yellow. And I'm going to highlight this one aqua. Okay? Okay? Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to change this one to aqua. The things I do for y'all. Well, that's as close as I can get to aqua. Well, let's go and see if I can. Maybe right there. God, I can't believe I did this for y'all. All right. Now, I want you. Now, I'm not going to do n for you because I think here n equals. Now, if y'all can't figure out what n is, then I don't think there's any help. Don't tell anybody. But n is right there. You can figure out where to put n. I hope. All right, so I want you to do the variance and the standard deviation. Plug and chug and do the math. Let's see what you come up with. And if you can't do it, just consider yourself a failure. stuff messed up. Email just.
See if it'll come on now.
My daughter posted on Facebook she wished she could find an apartment for $5. I said, they got big boxes down at Walmart. Live in a box. I offered to put her on a farm in one of those like single mobile homes. Thought I'd fix her up with a single mobile home. I want to live in Clemson. Can't do anything with teenagers. They know everything.
I would have taken that.
Huh?
I would have taken that.
Well, she'd have her own septic tank and water and everything. But she didn't want it. All right, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right this way so you will see it. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say equals n. And what are we going to multiply n by? Summation of f times x squared, which is highlighted yellow, Hubert. So we go over here and grab this number right here. So equals this guy right here. I'm going to put minus right here because if I put a subtraction symbol, Excel will have a fit. Minus what? The blue highlight. Okay, so that's going to be equal to that highlight right there. And then over n times what? N minus 1, Hubert. That's right, class. Thank you for the interaction. Makes class go by a whole lot faster. Now down here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the multiplication of this times this. Should be a BA number. It's got to be a BA number. Why? Because you've got to have a positive under the radical, and if this number is bigger than this number, then, oh, that's got to be squared, sorry. We forgot to square it. There. Because it's got to square. See that little square out there? All right, so we got to square that number. And it can't be bigger than this number. If it is, that means we've done something what? Wrong. So hopefully my memory is good and I didn't screw this up. So we'll find out right here, because if it comes out to be bigger, I'm a failure. Okay? I don't think it is, but somebody tell me. I don't think it is. We'll find out in just a minute. Equals this times this. Now I'm going to take it down here. Here's where we find out if it's going to be a negative or not. Well, first I got to, okay. There we go. Nope, so I'm good. Equals this. So now you just do the division, and the division is equal to this number. Wait a minute, I don't want it there, I want it right here. So equals this number divided by this number. That is the what? That's the variance. So your variance, which is useless, is 11 degrees, 12 degrees. But we don't care about that. What do we care about? Which is the variance raised to the what? 0.5 power, or 1/2 power, or the square root. So there is your standard deviation. So if you wanted to draw a curve, you would put what in the middle? The mean, and then you would go equals this plus standard deviation, F4, and Copy that over. 3 standard deviations. That's 1, 2, 3. And then down equals this minus the standard deviation, F4. And then copy that. 2 more over. 1, 2. So 95% of the population of the temperature readings is going to fall between 63 and 78 degrees or 77 degrees. So again, what are the 2 most important numbers in statistics? The what? The mean and the what? Standard deviation. Now, I would highly suggest that I can really honestly tell you that you probably will not see this on any tests as far as a standardized test because it takes too long. But I needed to show it to you because I didn't know that test question was on there. And I'll give everybody another, what do you call it? Attempt. Thank you. So that way nobody can moan and complain. I caught myself there. Nobody can moan and complain about it. So I'll give everybody 1 attempt extra so you can utilize this if it comes up, okay? So y'all want to do another one? Okay. That should be what it's asking for. Do y'all remember what did the question ask? I think you had it. 2 of you had easily had it, and then you had it. What did the question ask for?
The mean and standard deviation.
Yeah, that's it. And I think that's probably the answer. Does anybody? Let me see what her answer was. Is it different numbers, or is that the same numbers? 70.7. 7. What did I get? I got 70.3.
The midpoints are rounded up.
Evidently, there's some rounding issues there. But that's how you find it. But I really don't like the question on this test because I haven't covered it enough. So what I might do, I'm going to give everybody another chance, another attempt, but I might add, how many questions? Was there only 1 on your test? How about you? How many were just 1 on your test?
Yeah.
Okay, then what I'll do is I'll give everybody 1 point. After everybody's completed their test, I'll give everybody 1 question also. So that way it won't mess up. Everybody with me? So that way y'all keep moan and complain. All right, so that's that. Does that help with you 3 that had it? Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me go fix that right now so I don't forget about it. And I got to do it. Somebody emailed me, and thank goodness you emailed me because I forgot to turn on the test for the other class. Somebody emailed me. Who was that emailed me? Somebody said, we don't have no test in my class.
It was me.
It was
Where?
Kalina.
Yeah, I forgot to add it to the Easley campus. So did you see that
Okay.
I added it back?
Yeah, I took it. I just wasn't sure if I was looking in the wrong spot.
No, you wasn't. That was my fault. I sucked on that one. So
That's all
let me
right.
go back and fix that on both classes.
It's good now. It's up.
Well, I got to fix the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Is this class? This is Anderson campus, right? Yeah. So I'm going to go back and pull up the test, and I'm going to go in. I'm going to edit. We'll go down here and I'm going to add 1 more attempt. So that way everybody will have it, and then I'll do that for the other campus also. I hate when it does that. It unassigns it when I hit save, and I don't. Now let me go to the other class. 5. There it is. Same thing. there. Oh my gosh. And then y'all need to remind me, when's the due date?
Thursday.
Thursday. So somebody in here next Tuesday remind me to add that question to everybody's test. Okay? All right. So that's got that taken care of. Now, the question I got sent to me is this one right here. And we'll do it right quick. Well, not right quick because it's a pain in the butt. It's got so many.
I remember doing
50
that one.
candles or candies?
Candies.
Candies. I'm a candle nut, so
I like candles.
I love candles. This must be like M&M's or something. The weights of M&M's or Skittles or something.
Skittles.
All right, so go ahead, and I'm just going to let y'all copy it down if y'all want to. Just go ahead and copy it down. I'll put it in order, but I'm not going to be able to put it in order on the spreadsheet to where y'all can see all of them. So I'm just going to let y'all write them down first. So go ahead and take a minute to write them down. Can you see it? Because I can't blow it up any on this one.
That's okay.
Because as soon as I put it over in Excel, I can blow it up, but you're not going to be able to see all the numbers because I'll have to go up and down. And then if I go up, somebody's going to say, can you go back down? And then somebody's going to say, can you go back up? And then I'll go back up. And I don't do that very well. I think that's like
This is one of those I had to put all in the calculator. I didn't put it on the spreadsheet. Did you put it on the spreadsheet?
I didn't know how to do it. It's like that Shabev's law. I don't know how to do it. I asked them how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was that Shabev's thing.
I could never teach. I think that is my profession. I don't think I could ever.
I saw it in the book. I
could be a veterinarian, or I could be a veterinarian's assistant, but I couldn't be a nurse. No way.
I'm worried about that. But you said there's just one here.
The what?
Empirical.
Yeah, it's not hard though.
Okay.
It's really not. It's pretty straightforward. But the one that says or, add both. It really doesn't mean or. So that's the other portion that I missed of that question.
So add both when it says or.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about another question I need to go over?
No, it's just on the test it says or. But you went over it last class. I just wasn't sure if that was the question or not.
Yeah,
But you
the
add
question I
them.
went over, I'm trying to think of which one it was. Can somebody refresh my memory?
It was the empirical rule.
Yeah, the
Because I
empirical
asked-
rule. And that question, I told you to answer it the way that they want it, but it's not correct.
Yeah. Because it says or, and you're supposed to add them.
Yeah. And you're going to find out in the next chapter, the next unit, that when you see the word and in statistics and probability, that means add. So that's why that question's incorrect. But, all right, I'm going to, y'all are still writing, so I'm going to wait. also told my daughter that road between here and Charleston is going to be old. Oh, I'm going to go down there for 3 years. What's wrong? I thought you were going to live down there 3 or 4 years. I'm getting sick of this place. I didn't say word. Be nice. I didn't say word. No, I held it. I held it. Now, if she comes back to me a year from now saying, Clemson's too expensive, I need a place here on the farm, then I'm going to let her have it. And I'm going to say, you're going to have to pay double. All right, here we go. Well, I thought we were going. Away. There we go. Okay, there's my numbers. First thing I'm going to do is put them what?
In order.
Put them in order. I have no idea what the question's asking. It's asking for mean and standard deviation. Is that what it's asking for? There's 50. So we're going to do 2 or 3 things with this. We're going to go ahead and find the mean, median, mode, range, measure, all that stuff. Mean, median, I forgot mean, median, mode. I don't like mode. It's not there. Range, variance, and standard deviation. Also, let's find the 5-number summary and do a box plot. 5-number summary, which consists of what? Mean, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and the max. Of course, the second quartile is going to be the same as the what? The median. Good. You were the one that listened. Dang old Amarillo. You're going to have to spell that for me, so I can really know
Well,
how
looks
to.
like armadillo,
Armadillo, but you
except
pronounce
different.
it Amarillo.
A little different.
I'll stick with Amarillo. All right, median, so it's going to be yeller also. All right, let's go ahead and do the mean. So the mean is going to be the auto sum of these guys. Was it 50? Yeah, 50. Oops. And we're going to divide that number by 50. There it is. Median, well, halfway is 25, but we've got to do 25 and what? 26. That's why this Excel spreadsheet is very nice to use. So I'm going to highlight those 2 numbers. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say equals, parentheses, this number plus this number divided by what? That's by 2. And that's also going to be this guy right here. Min is going to be equal to number 1. And our max is going to be equal to number 50. Mode, I really don't care about it. Y'all find it, that's good. Which one is it? 0.81, 0.75, which one is it? I mean, 0.83 looks like a bunch for 0.83. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 0.83 is it, but somebody check it. I really don't care about that, but range is equal to, I'm going to use my numbers over here so I don't have to go all over the place, and equals parentheses, parentheses, this number plus this number divided by 2. Variance, we got to go over here, x minus x bar, so that's going to be equal to this number minus this number, this number minus this number, F4, enter. And this is going to be squared. That noise and easily is really getting on my nerves. Of course, easily sitting there and, what noise? They don't even hear it. Sound like the ocean. Yes, I don't like to hear the ocean unless I'm on it. And I really don't like the ocean, period, unless I'm in Panama City where I can see my feet. If I'm going to get eaten by jaws, I want to see it coming, okay? I don't want to be like in the Atlantic down in Myrtle where you can't see nothing, especially when you step on a beer can. No, don't care nothing about that. I don't even know what Myrtle Beach looks like. I think it's been like 20 years since I've been down there.
Really?
I can't stand going down there.
Gone there once a year ever since
I go to
a long time.
I go to Panama City, Redneck Riviera. That's where I belong.
Right.
Dango, Redneck Riviera. All right. Take that, divide it by what? 49, exactly. And now I'll take the square root of that. Raise it to the 0.5 power, and there is your standard deviation. Now let's go find the first and the third. Well, we got to find now our point is not 0.83, our point is in the middle. So how many numbers are above that little cross right there? 25, Hubert. That's right, class. So, what's the middle of 25? 13, Hubert. That's right, class. Thank you. So, down here, what would be 13? What's 13 plus 25? You got to count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 38. So, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say equals this guy. And that's going to be blue. And this guy is going to be red. Make sure you draw your box plot. So, here I'm going to do my mean. And to the right of the mean equals this guy plus standard deviation, F4. And I'm going to move to the right a couple of times. And down here equals this number minus what? Standard deviation, F4. And I'm going to move it to the left a couple of times. So 95% of the population is going to fall between 70 cent and 97 cent. Now let's do the 5-number summary. So I'm going to take my handy dandy White marker. And I'm going to go over here and draw a number line. And I'm going to put my min right here, 0.71. Put my max, 0.98 right here. And what's my mid-range? 0.85. Now let's graduate it. What's 0.71 plus 0.85? Dang old, 156, $1.56. Somebody help me out. Half a $1.50 is what? 75 cents? So that'd be in the middle. Y'all check me. 85 and a dollar is $1.85. Half a $1.85 is what? 92, 93 cents, somewhere in there. Okay, so 4, half of 4 is 2, that'd be 73. Half of 4 is 2, that'd be 77, right? That don't look right. Something's wrong. 7 and 8, what? 15? Okay, 56, half of 50. That don't look right. That's 10. See, this is 4 and this is 10. That's not right. Something's wrong. Somebody add 71 and 75 and divide it by 2. No, 71 plus 85 and divide by 2. What is it?
78.
78. Okay, 78. That's better. Okay, 71 to 78 is what? 7. Half of 7 is 3.5, so that'd be 74. Right? Somewhere around there? Good government work. All right, 78 to 85 is what? 7. Half of 7 is 3.5, so 82. 85 to 93. 85 to 90 is 5. That'd be 8. Half of 8 is 4. That'd be 89. And 93 to 98 is 5. Half of 5 is 2, so that's 95. Okay, so now we just did the min and the max and the mid-range. So there's the min, there's the max, and there's the mid-range. I'm sorry, mid-range. And this is the max. Okay, now we got 3 numbers left. We got the first, which is 79. Which would be right in here. Then we got the third, which is 0.87, which is right in here. And that's a box. And then where is the median, or the second? 0.83. 0.83 is right in here. So we've got a little bit off center here, but not enough to worry about. So we pretty much have what? You pretty much have a normal distribution. A little bit to the left of center, but not enough to call it skewed right. You'd still call it a normal distribution. You know, out of all of the stuff I've seen students have trouble with in 120, the box plot is the biggest thing people have problems with. All you got to do, there's 2 things. The number line, and then the what? And then the box plot. And there's the box plot right there. The number line is made up of the min, the mid-range, and the max. And then you graduate it. Half, half, half. Interpolation. Okay, write down all the stuff that we got here. Write down all of this. And write down the 5-number summary. Does anybody remember what the question's asking? Write those down. So I'll have it, because I'm not going back.
What about the Deviations, whatever?
Grams, something.
Yeah, it was grams.
What was it, standard deviation? Okay, they're not
Pretty sure
going to talk
that's
to
what
me.
it was.
They talk, and then when I ask them, they just... That's all right. I understand. I'm not bringing y'all any cupcakes or mimosas.
No, they weren't.
Well, Try that again. There we go. All right, what's it asking for? Standard deviation. What's my standard deviation? 3 places. What did it come out to be? I didn't hear a single word you said. What?
0.066.
0.066. Let's see what happens. We feel good about ourselves. So we don't wear sunglasses in the gym. All right. On the basis of a histogram to the right. Oh, we got a histogram to the right. Let me unscrew this up so I can. There we go. Comment on the appropriateness of using the empirical rule to make any general statements about the weights of the candles.
Candies.
Looks like a normal distribution. That's what I would say. So I would not do A and D. I would say C is the correct answer. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Because D don't make any sense. I don't care if that's grammatically correct or not. It don't make near sense. The histogram is approximate bell shape, so the empirical rule cannot be used. The empirical rule is based on the normal what?
Bell-shaped.
Normal bell-shaped curve. So D is, if you put D, you're a dumb bunny. Okay? C is a possible answer, and based on what it looks like, A and B could be a possible answer, but D is theoretically impossible. Watch it be the answer. And I'm just going to leave. Oh, we got a good job. Use the empirical rule to determine the percentage of candle that weighs between 0.704. Okay, so do the empirical rule right. Let's see. Do we have a mean and a standard deviation? Yeah. So we did that. So let's go back to our spreadsheet. There it is. Write these numbers down right here. There's the empirical rule. Write those numbers down so I can rewrite them.
The box spot here.
Now I could do this. Yeah, I could do that. No, I can't bring it in because it's not a whiteboard. I can't bring it in. So write down 0.836, 0.902, 0.968, 1.03, 0.76, 0.770, 0.704, and 0.637. Okay, you got them down? All right. So let's go back to the handy-dandy question. 0.704 and 0.968. Well, I'm going to have to look at it. 0.968 is right here. So that's here. So 95% falls between what? 2 standard deviations, Hubert. That's right, class. So that would be 95%. So let's go back. 95%. Well done. But you should not cook your steaks. Determine the actual percentage of candies, oh God, that weighs between, how many is this letters? A through D or what? F? Between 704 and 968. So let's go back. 704, I thought we just did that. 704, 968. Oh, we got to multiply it, I bet. I bet that's what they're asking. Oh, we got to count them. Oh, 704, 968. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. 704, 0.704, well, all of these fall. 704 and 968. 968 would be right in here. So how many is that? 49? So 49 divided by 50. Now let's take our handy dandy spreadsheet and go right here. Well, so that's your second yawn. Equals 49 divided by 50. 0.98. So you go back over to the handy dandy question and you put 98%. Again, you put 98%. Again, you put 98. I'm about to lose it. Oh my gosh.
99.
Nice work. Are we at D yet? No, we're at E. We'll do D in a minute. Or Z. Use the empirical rule to determine the percentage of candies with weights more than 0.902. So go back to 0.902. So this right here is halfway. So 0.902 would be 34%, 13.5, and 2.5. So what's 34 plus, what is it, 16? 34 plus 16, 50%, right? Yeah, 50%. So you go back and type in, let's fit this question. I'm going to give you all a failing grade on this question. 50%, because I'm getting tired of going back and forth. I'm getting dizzy.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay. Difference in the book. See, Triola treats this as 2.5. So I'm off by, what's 50 minus 1.5? 49 point. What'd you say?
48.5.
Thank you. 48 point. No, it's not 48.5.
It was 49.85.
There it is. 49.85. So I got to put 49.85. It's not that, then I don't know what it is. 49.85. All right, somebody add 34 plus 13.5 plus 2.35 and see what you get.
It didn't take.
It didn't take it.
Oh.
It still says 50.
Okay, did y'all add it up? That's 8.5, 34. That's what, 47? Right? 48, 49 point.
Oh, it didn't take it when he put it in.
So 49 point. Wait. 49 point. What'd you say?
8. It's not.
Still not right.
.85. Okay, I must have read it wrong. That's what happens when you go back and forth between spreadsheet and. Okay, let me do this because. All right, what are they asking for? Above what? Yeah, I'm wrong. I did it because I didn't have my bell curve drawn. Right there. Which is 2.5% right here. And 13.5 right here. I was including this one because it's not drawn correctly. Because I just had the spreadsheet. So that's equal to what? What's 13 plus 13.5 plus 2.5? 16. I made a mistake there. That's why you got to draw the picture. And that's a prime example. I got several degrees and I still made a mistake because I didn't draw a picture. We got plenty of people that won't draw a picture because they don't need it. That's a prime example of drawing a picture. Okay, we'll see yet. No, not there yet. Determine the actual that's more than 0.902. Oh, this is wearing me out. 0.902.
I don't drink, but when I got through with this last night, I needed a drink.
What'd you drink? Look, tell me what you drank. I was drinking Jack and Coke. What'd you drink?
I just had to drink water because I don't drink.
What a waste.
0.902 and above.
I
do not like questions that are above C. Not above C. Maybe a D, maybe. But above C, No.
I was doing one and it has like 17 parts to it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I tried to take that out of the homework,
Ask
they
the
keep
question
putting it in.
instead.
You know what?
Yeah.
When I finished,
I mean, really, when I got through with this,
I decided to go drown my sorrows away at Publix,
Been a
my
different set of-
workplace. I
I
just
don't
went and got a load of
questions
Coke.
about.
I don't blame you. 9 and what? 9 divided by 50 is what? I'm not gonna, just tell me, I ain't gonna do it. 0.1 what?
8.
So that's 18%. Here we go again. Let's see,
Round 2.
18%. Okay, F. We finally finished. I only got one wrong, and the reason I got that one wrong is because I didn't need a picture. That's exactly why I got it wrong, because I didn't need a picture. If you don't draw a picture, it's going to get you. All right. So y'all feel happy about that one? Okay, now the next one, I really don't care too much for because before this book came out, we didn't even use Chesniev's theory. Okay? So I'm still learning it myself. The next question is on Chesniev's, whatever his name is. It's a Russian. Okay?
I just call him Chevy.
Yeah, Chesniev. So don't.
It's weird.
So see, they're trying to work our way into our elections by getting in our books.
I think the one after that one was 17.
Well, I don't want to do it. At one point, the average price in white women and Russians, they're just against the world. At one point, the average price of regular unleaded gasoline was $3.68 per gallon. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to watch freaking news. Assume that the standard deviation price per gallon is 0.06 gallons and use Chesniev's inequality to answer the following. What percentage of gasoline stations has prices within 3 standard deviations? Well, they give you a formula to use with that. And I went and found it for you because I don't know it by heart. And I can't bring it in because it's not whiteboard. So I'm going to bring it in on the whiteboard right quick.
Yeah. I think I went by the book too.
So what is K? What did y'all do for K? Because I think it's
There you go.
Um,
Write down that question.
Hang on.
And if you'll look, that'll answer your question. K.
Take you like to give you an example.
K is what?
It will say, so like K equals 3 on this one, which is what it was asking.
I'm putting a thing up here that says what K is.
K would be 2. And then you just say put 2 where the 3 is.
K is the standard deviations.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So how many standard deviations did they ask for?
3.
So plug 3 in for K and do that formula. Out of all of Chesniev's stuff, that's about the only thing I really care about. But they're going to ask you like 15 different things. So go ahead and do it and see what we come up with. So that's going to be 1 minus 1 over 9, which is what? 10 over 9. 10 over, 1 over 9. 9 over 9 be 8 over 9. Somebody multiply 8 over 9 and multiply that by 100. Tell me what you get. Eight divided by 9 times 100. What do you get?
88.89.
88.9 should be your answer. Okay, there it is right there. 88.89, and that's how you get it. What percentage of gasoline stations had prices within 1.5 standard deviations of the mean? So here you got what he does, Chesnia, Ivan, whatever his name is. Oh, I just did a Russian stereotype by calling him Ivan. Oh my God. Call the cupcake crew. All right. Snowflake crew, sorry. Got this. 3.68. And 3.68 plus 6 cents is what? 3.74. And 3.74 plus 6 cents is what? $3.80. $3.68 minus 6 cents is $3.62. $3.62 minus 6 cents is $3.56, right? Y'all check my math. Okay, that's a normal standard distribution. This is 0. This is 1 standard deviation to the left. This is 2 standard deviations. This is 1 standard deviation to the right. This is 2 standard deviations to the right. So, we've done this one. Okay. What percentage of gasoline stations have a price within 1.5 standard deviations? Well, this is 1 standard deviation. If we wanted 1.5, then we're going to have to multiply 1.5 times the standard deviation and then add it to 368, and that's going to determine what that is. So, now, you could also, if you're talking about 1.5 standard deviations this way and this way, by the empirical rule, I don't know if they're using the empirical rule, but I'm going to use the empirical rule to rough it in. You're talking 34, that's 68. What's half of 13.5? 6.75. So 6.75, 34, and 6.75. Well, 6.75 and 6.75 you just said was 13.5. Added to 68 was 81.5. Somebody help me out.
That's it.
So by the empirical rule, 81.5% is going to fall between 1.5 standard deviations. Okay, now that's by the empirical rule. Now I think with Chesney, with Ivan's thing here, we're going to multiply, I think we're going to multiply the 1.5 times the 0.06, and I just want to check to make sure, because like I say, this is the first time I've dealt with these questions with Chesney. Just look up here and see what, I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you. Well,
Where did you get K?
yeah, there's that. And
So what? Okay.
there it is. So here it is right here. You just put 1.5 in the formula. So do that. 1.5. I came up with 81%, but that's the empirical rule. This one comes up with 6%? Or I don't know. Let's go back. I'm sorry. We got to plug the 1.5 in. Sorry. So plug the 1.5 in. What do you get? It should be the same, should it not? It's going to be 55.56. Is that what it was? Because K here is equal to 1.5. Write that down. So K here and K here, well, 3 and 1.5. Here's where you multiply it by the standard deviation. I meant by the The gasoline prices are within 1.5 standard deviations of the mean are, and you could actually use interpolation here and just find the difference between here. Half the standard deviation is what? What's half of 6 cent, people? 3. All right, I got 3 or 4 people that agrees on that. So this would be what? What's 62 cent minus 3 cent? What? 3.59. 3.59. And here, 3 cent, 3 point what? 77. That should be your answer. And you don't even have to use a formula for that. You just have to use a little bit of what? Common sense. You know, if your mark is right here, halfway between these two numbers, that's the answer. Watch it be wrong. 3.59. What's that noise? It just sounded like a drill at the dentist.
It sounded like a vacuum going on deeply.
3.77.
Pretty sure it was what it was.
We feel good about ourselves. Oh God, how many has this one got? Z
That's the
or
last
C?
one.
Percentage is the minimum percentage of gasoline station that had prices between $3.44 and $3.92. Okay, $3.92, so they're carrying it out even further, aren't they? So let's carry it out even further and see. I don't know if they're using, no, they're going to use, okay, $3.44. So here, they're actually going $3.44. That's going to be a very high number. Okay? At prices between $3.44 and $3.92. You're going to have to use the formula, and you're going to have to multiply it by 1.5, I believe. But we'll check. There's the minimum, right? But that's, I'm sorry. I showed you how to do it. There it is. Yeah, this is when you take the standard deviation and divide it. Okay? So the difference between the mean and what they're asking for, 357, is 16. So take that 16 and divide it by 0.08, which is the standard deviation. So write that down. Take the difference between the lower value and the mean. The lower value is 3.57. Take that from the mean, from the other value right here, 3.73, and that's 16. Take 16 divided by 0.08, 0.16 divided, that's 2 standard deviations. So that means 2 standard deviations both ways is what it means. Okay? All right, so in this case, they're doing both sides. 3.8, 2 standard deviations on both sides. There you go, and then put the 2 in there. So 75% is going to fall between those two numbers, the 2 standard deviations. Or the 370, 3.57 and 3.89. So everything is based on K. This is not a test question. This should not be on the test. Has anybody seen this on the test?
Praise Jesus.
What?
No. No.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say yes. There can't be. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is the first semester that they've actually put those on the MyLab Plus. Because I've never seen one before. Okay? So, does anybody remember having it last semester? Chesniev? Or whatever his name is? How do you say it? Chebyshev. I can't even say it.
Chebyshev.
Dang on, Ivan. All right? Not a good question. 75. I can't even pronounce. I can't even type right. I see. Let's see. This is. I can't get my. I'll be glad when we get rid of Chesney. I thought we just found out it was 75.
No, you
I did. Oh, I did. Okay, so we got to somebody take 392 and divide by, or take 344. What does that come out to be? 0.48 or 0.38?
I think you're supposed to subtract the 3.68 minus 3.44.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The mean, yes. So what is 3.44 divided by, or minus from 3.68? What does that come out to be? I'm sorry, what?
0.24.
And divide that by 0.06. 4 standard deviations. So that would be 4 standard deviations, which would be a lot. That'd be like 98%. Okay? 4 standard deviations. So put 8. Put 8. No, you said it was 2 or 4. Which one did you say it was? 4. Okay, so 8. So do 8 standard deviations. So 1 minus 1/8 is going to be what? 7/8? Somebody takes 7 divided by 8 and multiply it by 100. What do you get?
Would it be 16? Would it be 4 squared, 16, 1 divided by 16? I got 93.75.
Oh yeah, it is squared. So that'd be, 15 divided by 16. What'd you get? 93.75. So that's what it'd be 94%. 93.75. You're right. It'd be 16 because you got to square it. 4 squared. There we go. Okay, now you can do it on your homework, but I will not put that on the test. I don't change horses in midstream. I don't start putting questions on the test after the book is done being published. Okay? I'm not going to ask for questions on that one because that's a yucky question. All right. Who's got anybody got any other questions on the test? Because I just covered all the homework questions. Anybody got a question on the test? Nobody has any questions. I just covered the material so well. Y'all don't have any questions, or you didn't do the test, one of the two.
I haven't taken it yet.
What?
I haven't taken the test yet. I'm going to take it
Are this
tonight.
going to make a difference? No, you're not going to pass. All right, any other questions? All right, y'all get out of here. Have a good day. I'm just going to give everybody a here for being here today. All right, that means when y'all come back, what are we going to be doing?
4.1.
Unit 2. We're going to be starting on Unit 2. So this was your last day to give me questions. So if you have questions, I hate it. See y'all. Glad y'all got to see me today. Easily, y'all need to settle down.
I got a quick question for you.
No. What?
Okay, so I take pictures with the teachers, I guess. I
No.
got a picture
I
of
don't
Corey
take
Evans.
pictures. I don't take pictures.
He did it with me that one time.
No.
Please.
Somebody may know me. No.
I begged Corey and he did it at the end of class.